Hello Blitz fans of all ages, it's me, Plumcastle here, going over Operation Street Fury, which is the new battle pass that came out for September. Now, if you clicked on this video and are simply wondering if I think this battle pass is worth it or not, personally I think all the battle passes are worth it. You just get so much for the $5 that you can choose to spend. But anyway, for those who are left and are a little bit more interested in what's involved in this specific battle pass, here's what's going on. So firstly, the date, it goes from September 1st to September 29th. So yeah, of course, it goes all month. And if you aren't familiar, basically what you have to do is complete missions, as it says here, unlock levels, upgrade your pass if you want to, and then claim rewards. And there are kind of two tracks, and I'll elaborate a little bit more on this in just a minute. But basically, there's the free track and the paid track. Again, I will explain those in a minute. But here is kind of like a hierarchy of what's involved in each pass. You can see the free pass, of course, has less rewards, though honestly some still decent rewards. And of course, if you do decide to pay, then you get a lot more, including some tanks. Again, something I'll go over in just a second. Now, there are technically three things that you can buy in the store. So there's the premium pass, which is basically just the normal paid for pass, and it'll unlock you stuff, and it's overall just the best bang for your buck. And then there is the extended pass, which is the really expensive version, which does not a whole lot, to be honest. And then you have the license. Again, I'll go over what that does in just a moment. So we already discussed the changes, but first of all, here is the tank, or one of the tanks I should say. So at level 4, you'll get something called the Keyhoe. It's a collector vehicle. Honestly, it's just a nice thing to have, but for me personally, I never play these things. But the more interesting thing, and basically the main reward of the event, is this tank that's called the Enforcer. And if you play all the way to level 55, then you will get this special Vindel. I'm not sure how to pronounce that exactly, but you get a special camouflage. And as well, throughout the battle pass, there are different kinds of camouflages you can get here. You can see, if I scroll through, we've got Order Keepers, Evil Eye, Poisoned Rose, very weird names to be honest, Urban Kings, just basically random mishmash camos that you can choose to keep or do nothing with. It really just depends. And then we've got these avatars, which are graffiti based, as you can probably tell. They're just very out there, I will say. And then you have a profile background at the very end. Again, I will elaborate a little bit more on each of these items in just a minute. And of course, there are these crates you can get at the end, which have some nice drop chances for some various things. But again, I'll go over those in a little bit more detail in just a second, because I want to, first of all, show the mission. So to get to your missions, you've got that clipboard that's two or three icons below your account name. And then from here, you see your normal missions, and then if you go to the second tab underneath that, you'll then have these missions, and you can see I've already done a few of them. So pretty simple stuff like receiving multipliers in battles, or fighting in battles, or getting class 3s, or playing in specific tanks. It's usually pretty good. I don't really too often see anything that I can't do, and if there is something, then you can replace it if you get something that I'll show in a minute. But anyway, you just do your missions here, and that's how it generally works. Now let me show you what's in the store. So I forget where it is here. I believe if you just go all the way to the top, there should be this thing here. So you go. There are the things that I had mentioned. We've got the extended pass, which is the $20 version of the battle pass. What that does is it unlocks, of course, the premium track, and then it'll actually boost you a few levels. I think it's like 20 levels or something like that. Overall, I would not say it's worth it. If you are a YouTuber and you need to get to the end of the pass quickly, this might be worth it. But if you're willing to play a little bit, definitely not the best deal there. And by far the best deal when it comes to these three items is the premium pass, just the normal version. $5 unlocks the whole bottom track, lets you do extra missions. It's just the best bang for your buck. $5 to get all of the things. Honestly, there is more than $5 worth of gold in the battle pass alone, and on top of that, you're getting tanks, consumables, boosters, just all these amazing things. and it's just fantastic. And even if you don't like the tank, you can literally turn around and sell it for gold. It's just fantastic. Now, there's this $3 thing called a license, and I said I would go over this. So what this does is it allows you to switch out missions. So if we go back and look at our missions again, you can see this little replace icon. Basically, if you see something you don't like, for example, you can see I have this mission, deal 7,500, 30,000 and 60,000 hit points of damage in these two nations that I personally don't play very often. So if for example, I had the license, I could choose to replace it, and I think you get like one mission each week for free and then others for gold. So it's pretty good. Honestly, you can totally do it without the license. If you're gonna buy something, I would recommend just buying the pass if you're willing to play, and then just leave it at that. But of course, you can choose. Now, of course, it's 4 weeks long, so on week 1, you do missions, and then week 2, you do missions, and you can see there, it's locked for me. Week 3, you can do missions, week 4, and I believe if you actually have the premium, if you have the license, the second bonus for the license is that it allows you to do multiple weeks at once. It gets kind of complicated. I'm not going to just bore you with that information, but basically, if you do choose to spend the extra $3, it just makes it a little bit more flexible. But anyway, let's take a look at the actual rewards in a little bit more detail. So of course, we've got the Keyho at level 1. Pretty interesting. I'm not going to go too in depth, but of course, as you can go by here, you can see things like multipliers, free XP, gold, premium account, just general stuff that you'd kind of expect from an event like this. Of course, the avatars I mentioned earlier. And then after a while, you'll start to notice these, they call them vaults, and you'll see a few of these only on the premium track. So again, top one's free. You can do that for free. And then if you pay extra, then of course you can do all of these tracks. But if you do have the premium pass, it'll allow you to expand on these things called vaults. And each time you get one of these, it increases the size. So to look at your vaults, all you got to do is go right about the middle of the screen and all the way to the left, back in a little bit, and there's vaults. It's pretty easy to find, and you can see what the premium pass allows you to do is actually not only expand these vaults, but it'll also allow you to get a gold vault. Again, I don't have the pass, so I can't access it, but you can see that you can get the pass and get a gold vault. But if you are free to play, like me, you can just fill up these credit and free XP vaults. It's super easy. I mean, it's like unbelievably easy. You just have to play a little bit, and over the course of a month, you're gonna get it. The battle pass has been out like 2 days, and you can see I've already filled these like insane amounts, and I've not even played all that much. And of course, with the premium battle pass, you can expand these even further, in general, things like that. But moving on, of course, again, at the level 30, we have the Enforcer. And if you do want to take a closer look at that, that's what it looks like. It's a police tank. I'm not really sure. It's interesting. But again, if you don't like the tank, you can always just move on. Going further, again, at level 55, we've got, here it is. The special camouflage for it, like I was saying, just gives it a little bit more of a snazzy look, I suppose, even though I'm not sure a police car that has been graffitied is a terribly aesthetically pleasing thing, but if you're into that, that's what it looks like. And then again, at the very end, or sorry, one step behind the end, you've got the profile background, which looks pretty cool, I guess. It looks interesting. I like some of the other Battle Pass things better. But of course, if you did get the premium pass, and basically, if you got the premium pass, you're doing so much. But if you got it, you can also do this little thingy at the end, which allows you to do containers. And basically, what's in here is, oh wow, I already have that one. But it gives you a chance, a very low chance, of the AE Phase 1, a little bit of a chance for the AMX M449, the Chimera, and various levels of certificates for previous Battle Pass tanks. So if there is a Battle Pass that you missed, and you see that there is that tank in here, maybe try to get it with gold or something, or just really try to expand. It could be a way to get previous Battle Pass tanks, which is of course a nice touch. Some previous profile backgrounds and stuff like that, camouflages and such. And if you do want to see the % drop chance, here they are. You can just pause the video or even look in the game yourself. it's pretty straightforward. Of course, A Phase 1's got the least, and then there's some other interesting things. But yeah, that is generally how the Battle Pass works. Again, is it worth it? I would think so, especially if you get it for just the $5 or something like that. It's pretty good. Will I buy it? No, there's so many other things that I could be buying right now, so I don't really feel like just buying another in-game item. But in terms of the actual worth, you're getting a lot, and I do mean a lot for $5. And honestly, if you are looking to spend money in this game, the battle passes are, of course, the most lucrative things you can buy. It's not like buying a single tank or anything like that, or the myriads of things that we see in the store that are like kind of expensive. It's just a cheap and fun way to get some very cool rewards, so long as you're willing to play a little bit each day. But anyway, that's the battle pass. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.